On this week's Tuesday Tweaks, we're looking at a really great site. It's called VivaScandinavia.com, and they sell teapots, coffee sets, and things of that nature. Their site's gorgeous. I gotta tell you, very responsive, looks beautiful on different size devices, looks great on my iPad, my desktop, my big screen, looks great on my mobile phone. All that's great. We have a couple of pointers. First of all, you need to look at the site because pretty sites are nice to look at. And then for all Shopify vendors, we touch on some of old favorites in this particular Tuesday Tweaks. We talk upon risk reversal and a few other tasty little tidbits, and I'm excited to share them with you. So let's get started. Here's welcome to Tuesday Tweaks. Hello once again, my Tuesday Tweakians. This week's Tuesday Tweak is sent to us by Pang Lin of VivaScandinavia.com. She wants to optimize to conversion rate, maximize sales per transaction. Everybody wants those things. I don't blame you. She wants to concern about speed, navigation, and funnel. And she lists her top competitors, and we'll touch on that in a second. First thing is, Pang, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. Your website's beautiful. You've obviously done a very good job. You've obviously had some professional design assistants or some people who know what they're doing. There's a few things I want to point out that may help you with conversions. I think your funnel is pretty good. I think you need some upsell opportunities, and I'm going to talk about that just briefly. So that said, look at the site. It's beautiful, everybody. It's a beautiful site. I recommend you go there. It's VivaScandinavia.com, V-I-V-A, Scandinavia.com. It's a good name. Speaks out to Scandinavia clean modern design. That's what they sell here. And the products look to me, I mean, all the products are in home accessories, in the coffee and tea and milk and sugar and condiments and things of that nature. It looks really, really sharp. I love the way the site looks. Her main competitor that she identified, that Pang identified as a competitor, was this site, Bodrum. I fully think that this is obviously a perfect competitor. You sell some of this very, very similar items. You're in the similar price points. You're right. These are your competitors. Some people have trouble understanding who their real competitors are. They know who their competitors want to be or who they want to compete with, but they don't know who they really compete with. You appear to, because these guys have got it going on. It looks like they have a little bit more variety of products than you do at this point, but the core of their product line is right in line with yours. And I think you compete well. I think you compare favorably. And some of the same things that I would point out for you in a few moments, I point out to them. Let's take a moment, and Pang, if you would just be patient with me, we're going to educate some other people on why your site is so good. The first thing is the photography is very well optimized. The site loaded quickly. That's always important. And also you can see this imagery. This is about as large as this image gets. It still look good, and it still does look good, but it scales really well. The site is super responsive all the way down to phone size, as you can see here. It looks really nice. The responsiveness and the action is very intuitive and very, very nice. These are all high-end features. Not everybody can afford to make this type of stuff happen, but this looks great. I'm going to point out on the homepage that the email responder, subscribe to the email, 10% of your first order. This is very well done. It didn't feel rushed. It wasn't obtrusive. This is one of my complaints with your competitor, Bodum. Their email subscription took me away from the site, blocked out the screen, stopped my shopping experience, made me mad at them because I was looking at something and all of a sudden I can't see anymore. And that, maybe it's just me, but that always frustrates me, and I kind of hate my vendor a little bit when that happens. Yours did not do that. Your competitors did. This popped up, this down here. I'm going to show everybody. Just a little thing here. This down here came up without disturbing, without interrupting the shopping process. I got my attention. I knew it was there, but it didn't stop me or offend me when it came on board. And it offered me something real, something real and valuable. 10% off my first order if I subscribe. It's a compelling offer. You get that email address. Christmas is coming, and email lists are solid gold, as I've always said. That said, coming back, let's go to your homepage again, the main line here. Took me a while to find this. Way down here at the bottom. I think that this is great. I think that you're free shipping when you spend more than 59 euros. I think that's great. It almost got missed. I almost didn't see it. I do understand that there's a beautiful teal color down here, and it aligns with your theme, and it aligns with your identity and your brand, and all that's great. But it doesn't do any good to have a special offer like that unless I can see it. And I got to tell you, I really had trouble seeing it. So I would recommend two things: moving that up perhaps to the top of your hero image up here, way up here at the top, and making it bigger. You don't have to change the color. The teal, the kind of light pastel teal color is beautiful in keeping with your theme. Do it, make it all bigger. Simple coding. If you're stuck, you can't do that. The TaskHusky team does that sort of stuff all the time. It's no big deal. We can help you with it. It's a small task. But that said, the rest of the page looks really, really sharp. All right, so next thing I do is I always do this. I look at images. Something that's I'm compulsive about now, because many people don't do it, is they don't use good image SEO. You're using okay image SEO. We're going to talk about, for our sample today, we're going to talk about this Nina tea set milk and sugar. When I look at the alt tag, it's way down here. It's this thing, all the code that represents it. You can see it's down here. People have told me that when I record these things, they're really hard to read, these code snippets. I don't expect you to. So what I'm going to do is I copied that code snippet and put it in this Word doc so you can get a better look at it. Hopefully it's a little clearer. Make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. Now the alt tag here says Nina TM T-set amp code milk and sugar. Now this is true. It's accurate. It's the name of the product. But it's not enough here. This is where you can take and dance around with a lot of good keywording here and get a really good job on SEO without your customers seeing all that SEO stuff that you're doing. The first thing is, and I believe I'm correct on this TM, although the trademark symbol is related to Nina and it's very, very important in visible text, I do not believe having the TM symbol in your software code makes any difference whatsoever, and I don't think you're required to do it. It just hurts your SEO, believe it or not, because anybody searching for TM is not somebody you want to find your T set. Something else, when you use ampersands in your alt tags, this little piece of code doesn't help you at all. Milk and sugar. Okay, so you're not selling milk and sugar. So I would say you need a little more help recrafting your alt tags to get some more directly related SEO traffic. That means something like this would be a Scandinavian style modern tea set with modern milk and sugar decanters and holders. Something like that. Because in that combination of words I just said is something that people would actually search for. Make sense? I know that it does. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's solid advice all the way around. You'll get more traffic, the kind of traffic you want, especially at Christmas, if you do things like that. Now, I drilled in differently. Let's get rid of this no longer needed circle. Okay, so I drilled down. This is the product I'm working on. This is great. I'm looking at your product. Again, Nina, the trademark symbol is important here because it's visible text. That's all good. You have a beautiful page. I'm going to come back to it. First of all, this is all beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, right? Love all this. This is almost trust badge stuff here. This is cool. This is very nice. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay. Now you get down here. You specifically mentioned that you wanted to increase the sales per transaction. I get it. These are things that you're offering. If somebody's buying a Nina teapot with a milk and sugar set, they're probably not going to need a second teapot or a set of milk. This is nice. I understand why you're doing it. You might also they might not buy the Nina. They might want to buy something else or just a piece of it. I get all that. I think you need something up here. If you want to sell more per transaction, you got to have your upsell items up here. This is the top of the fold, the first thing they see. But I got to tell you, as beautiful as this is, I'm scrolling all the way down because it's my job to do so. It's my job to do so. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. I'm going to look at this, maybe look at the description a little bit, maybe see if there's anything else I want to look at, and I'm going back here, look at the price again. If you want to upsell, you want to put those upsell items right here. Let me put that, let me just kind of circle that. Your upsell items should be in this zone right here. And everybody, we're going to talk about other things as well. Your trust badges need to go here. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is the important information. This is what's missing from your beautiful, beautiful page. I don't want you to mess up your design, but I want you to get more conversions. So right here is where you're going to put your trust badges with your return policy. Right now, I know that you have a return policy. I've looked at it. Let me show it to you. Here it is. That's your return policy, but I can't see it here. People they worry. What happens if I don't like it when it gets here? What happens if it's broken? Can I trust these guys? It's a high-end item and it's beautiful, but what? I mean, I'm kind of nervous. I'm on the fence about this. You want to put a reference to those things up near the top. I know you have some more information down below, but most people are going to scroll down that way, and you want them to be clicking and buying right away as possible. So put your trust badge items here, risk reversal trust badges, things like 100. I said that you guys have heard, if you've been watching the Tuesday Tweaks, you hear me say this all the time. Almost all of you, all you Shopify vendors out there, you know this. If something's damaged when it arrives at your customer, you want to send them a new one. You sent it insured on UPS, and if you didn't, it's your own fault. You have some insurance, or you're taking your own risk. If your customer is unhappy, if there's a quality problem, you want to fix it as fast as possible. So virtually all of you can say 100% quality satisfaction guarantee, and you can say it loud and proud up here at top. Because if something arrives and it's not broken, if the glaze isn't good in this teapot, you're going to swap it out for them, and you're going to take them and have the manufacturer get you a replacement. That's what you're going to do, and you want the customer to be happy. Tell them this. High quality, 100% customer quality satisfaction guarantee. The other thing is returns and exchanges. State something that's true and efficacious for you, what your return policy is. I can dictate return policies, and I can make economic recommendations, what would be competitive with your other competitors, or make you align with them so that you can compete in the free market. But that's not even what I'm doing right now. The customer needs to know they can return it. And you need to say something here that lets them know they can return it, right? If they need to. Yes, you can return this. 60 days return policy. You have 60 days in-home trial. That's something like that. Those two things, they don't cost you anything. You already have a return policy. You already have a satisfaction quality policy. You just got to let them know. You got to let them know right here. And then those upsell items, you want to increase the sale here? What if you sold, I'm not telling you what to do here, but this is a tea, milk, and sugar set. What if you sold down here specially scented sugars? I know they exist. I love to cook, and I make them at home. Lemon-scented sugars and vanilla-scented sugars. You can sell them here. You could sell teas. You could say, get a box of Earl Grey tea added for $9.99. Trust me. Trust me. You can get that prepackaged from a third-party vendor. You can even get it drop shipped, I bet you. You put that here. You make a few extra bucks when they click on it. That's what that's what I would do. Make it look classy, make it fit your brand, but sell tea, sell that sugar. Okay, that's that. What else do I want to talk about for you? You're doing a pretty good job here. Okay, so when I click on this, I say add to my cart. Shopping cart pops up here on the side. This is very good. I say this many times, many times. I'm still saying it again. Those same trust badges, here and here. One of the big problems facing e-commerce right now is shopping cart abandonment. Every chance you have to remind customers that they are going to be happy with your 100% quality satisfaction guarantee and return policy, you want to tell them. Guess what? You're going to tell them one more time. You're going to tell them again, because here's a shopping cart. Here's the shopping cart. And again, you have spaces here and here. And if that doesn't work, you have spaces here and here to tell them right now they're filling up, they're getting ready to send you money at this point, and you don't want them having cold feet. You know what I'm saying? This is where you keep their attention. You keep them focused, you keep them happy. And again, it doesn't cost you anything more. You already have the policies. You just got to keep reminding them that they're going to be happy throughout the entire bit of the sale. And again, like I said, I know you have a return policy. Here it is. That is pretty much it. This is a really solid site. You guys do a great job. A few things that we hammered on. Don't worry. Don't feel bad about that. I give these suggestions to lots of sites. Ask anybody, because a lot of people forget to do those things. I hope they've been helpful. That's our whole job. Our whole job with this thing, my job, it's the easiest job in the world. Zach, the boss of TaskHusky, pays me to give free advice so that you guys can be more successful. And making Shopify merchants more successful in their e-commerce business is what this is all about. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.